In the 80s, Wall Street? That's like such a radical departure. But tell me, what was that like and for?
You know, from the time that I was a child, as I mentioned about being self-reliant, I would go door to door. I'd sell gift wrapping paper. I would sell chocolates. I would sell candies and bows, ribbons. And so I always enjoyed this interacting with people. And this kind of sense of acceptance, I think, started at that time too, because you know, you knock on the door and you never know who's going to answer, what they're going to look like. If they invite you into their home, what kind of aroma may come from the kitchen, or so this kind of sense of acceptance and of people kind of meeting each other's needs. So I enjoyed this interaction. So when I first moved to New York, I worked at the Museum of Modern Art, and they put me behind the membership desk. And I realized nobody was trying to sell memberships. And so I started to say to people, you know, why don't you upgrade and go from this level of membership to a patron or, you know, contributing member. And, you know, I really increased the sales of membership at the Museum of Modern Art. So people would say, oh, Jeff, you should come and work for me. So I got involved selling mutual funds, and I'd go door to door selling mutual funds, and eventually I got involved in commodities, and I traded cotton a lot. But it was always just a vehicle. I was always an artist, you know.
Wow.
That was the way I could, you know, support myself and to be able to, you know, make a work like my triple decker or a double decker. Some of these pieces, you know, at the time were expensive for me to make. You know?
Sure. What kind of chocolate did you sell?
I think they were called Melto Mints, you know. But I loved it. My parents would park in a kind of a suburban kind of neighborhood, and then they would wait for me, and I'd just go door to door around the, you know, the neighborhood, come back maybe an hour later, and you know, I liked it. But I was brought up very self-reliant. I would take the money, I would maybe buy a car or something that I wanted, but you know, I think it's good to be brought up that way.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah. I started taking art lessons when I was about 7 years old, but I had no idea what art was, though.
I've always been an admirer of like your ability to single out an item and give it its angular and dimensional just due.
These things are in this permanent state of, you know, kind of a symbol of the eternal.
You kind of feel like it comes from somewhere else.
What I love about a reflective surface is that it affirms. It's about you. You know, you move, all of a sudden the abstraction on the surface moves.
So you're tapping into something.
That's what I always loved about the avant-garde. It was about people interacting together. You can change your life, you can affect the lives of others.
Yes. That's the most important thing for everyone to know.
You learn to trust in yourself, and then you learn to trust in others. And that's really kind of the highest state that art can take you to.